With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And off we go in Madden Ultimate Team. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go!
On first down, Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he's going to air it. And got his man complete. That one goes for 30 yards. Well, how about a deep ball on the first play from scrimmage, putting that secondary on notice?
Brandon, all I remember when I was a player is that we always took a test the night before the game about teams' tendencies and what they plan to do. I'm not sure we think deep ball right out of the gate and putting us back on our heels.
On first down, it's James. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. John Randall able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 30.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3.
On 2nd down now, it's James. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Watch the twist. Switch.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Chris Harris on the coverage.
Check. Hey, 0. Right here.
To throw is Wilson. To throw again. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. They'll run on first down. Dickerson. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Here we go. Check 99. Check 99.
Now a give right side. Dickerson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to have the first down as he gets this up to his own 11. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On first down, Mahomes. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
55, Mike, got 55. Hey, tight. Mike, 55. Check, 55. One left, right.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wilson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
Kill alert. Hey, got four down. Mike's 50. Come on.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Throw left side complete. That's Holt. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Wilson. And an alley to run. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 24-yard line. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Let's go, defense.
One left.
Kill.
Hey, let's go double count right here. Double count.
It's a long day. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. James has got it. Complete. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be second down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Bang out, bang out, bang, bang. Cut.
To throw is Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Touch, 590.
Check 55 to Mike.
Hey, 0.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17.
I know you feel that.
Mike,
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Go, guys, 4 down. 12.
Operating from the gun, Wilson. Flush to his right. And that will be caught, but out of the end zone, says the field judge. It's ruled incomplete. 4th down now as San Fran's defense was strong in coverage. And this one is right through. And that will give us the very rare scoreline of 5-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
But, boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. He'll find Metcalf. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Returnable for Lockett. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field.
19.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Check 50. Gun.
On 1st down. It's James. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's James. So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Silver.
Friday. 55, Mike 55. Ricky. Check, 55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Man.
3rd and 2, now Wilson. He's going to fire one deep over the... And this is caught. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Steve Largent, 36 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep.
Let's go.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try and go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now and come out of the locker room and get more points again and get your momentum really built up.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Check 13.
Mahomes going to throw. Buying time to his left. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
They're going deep for Hill. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Pretty solid coverage there by the All-Pro Richard Sherman, able to get a hand in.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Hey, 57, colors. Hey, 57.
54's Mike.
Here we go, 4th down, Mahomes. And going deep, he's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Mahomes to throw once more. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Frank Clark, his 2nd sack of the night. Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company.
Let's go, Lou, lady!
That's what I do.
Yellow!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down.
Yellow!
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Bravo! Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. Let's go.
Yellow, go.
54. Mike 54.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowl quarterback, Richard Sherman. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we come upon halftime in what's a 12-point game at the break. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be interesting to see.
Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 65 yards as his guys are back within a single score. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
First and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going?
Oh, wide open, complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's go, D, let's go.
36 power.
Check four.
Charlie. Well left.
From the gun, Wilson steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Julius Peppers able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Go.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now Wilson operating from the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
55, Mike. I know he ain't got it.
Now Wilson on 1st down. being chased out left. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. He slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
380!
Watch the slant.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
On second down now, it's James. And he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partner, is that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control, and yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
And the 49er first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Go, go, go. Shit.
Hey, red win.
Shit.
Now here's Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Now a give right side. Dickerson. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
Switch. Check 31. Wide motion.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Julius Pepper has made the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 on the Seahawks' 34-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Yellow.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 18 yards, 1st down Niners. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On 2nd down, Dickerson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
54 Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Attack.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And he'll go down brought down at the 20-yard line. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
You go tight.
Easy. Check.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here we go.
All day, dog.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wilson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Dickerson, and he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a 1st down. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
3rd and 1, who are you going to call? Not the scat back. You go with the big man. Hand him the ball and let him get upfield and pick up a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down. Dickerson slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw is Mahomes. That one complete to Hill. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll give it here to his running back. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. A great effort there in the final minute. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Check. No. Off.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. Mahomes to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the all-pro free safety, Earl Thomas. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them. And how about this finish? Able to take a knee, run out the clock, and close this game out by 1 point. You talk about how many coaches we talked to? They all said the same. All I want to do is win by 1 point. That got tested in this one.
Yep, and that cliche rings true. A single penny separates this one. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Victory all but assured now as they take a knee here, and they're going to escape with a 1-point victory. So the victory here for